Namaste students, my name is JVS Dr. Neeraj Bhulia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So in this lecture, we will discuss about the SSLP. Again, it is a molecular marker method, and SSLP is the simple sequence length polymorphism. So there are many terms utilized for this specific molecular marker, and the very generalized term is the microsatellites. Okay, so other terms or other names which is used for the SSLP or microsatellites are microsatellites or simple sequence repeats, SSR, simple sequence repeats. Then VNTR is the variable number of tandem repeats. Then SSLP we have abbreviated. Then STNS, the sequence tagged microsatellites. Okay, so all the things are same, and this is a marker method or PCR based marker method. Okay. The microsatellite was termed by the Zaffrey et al. In 1985, and because it is a PCR based marker method, and so it requires the prior knowledge of the gene sequence, because you have to prepare with the primer. Okay, so you should know some sequence of that gene or DNA. So the microsatellites are dispersed throughout the nuclear genomes in the eukaryotes, and to a few extent in the prokaryotes also. So the microsatellite primers are short tandem repeats, STRs, or SSR, simple sequence repeats, having 1 to 6 base pair long sequences repeated several times. So usually the microsatellites are repeated less than 100 times. Okay. So microsatellites can be recognized by constructing a small insert genomic library, followed by screening of library and sequencing of the positive clones. Microsatellites are used as markers for studying the gene mapping, closeness among the species, and in the population genetics. The amplification of the tandem arrays followed by the visualization of the gel helps in the detect the variation in the DNA length. The main cause of the variation in DNA length is polymerase diminution during the DNA replication or slip strand mispairing. So microsatellite consist of codominance of alleles are requires low quantities of DNA templates because this is a PCR based method, so it can amplify the genes itself. So the quantity you need to start the experiment for DNA templates, it can function in low quantities also, and you have not require the purified DNA. You can use the DNA which is not so much purified. Okay, so it has the reproducibility better than the other methods, and it is economic in nature because PCR is not very much costly. Yes, if you do not have the already prepared primers, then you have to customize, or you can synthesize the primer yourselves, that have some cost. Okay, then this process, the whole process can be automated. So screening of microsatellite variations can be automated. This method have some demerits also, because if the sufficient primer sequences are not available for the species of interest, you have to design them, you have to purchase them extra. So again, errors in the genotype scoring occurs if the alterations are seen in primer annealing sites. Changes chances of homoplasy means the some characters are present in more than one species but not present in their common ancestors because of the convergence evolution. So that may create some issues in or result problem in the assay. So how they are useful. So primers highly specific to sequences flanking the repeat are designed, and individual DNA samples are amplified by using these primers. Then the products compared by polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis or agarose gel electrophoresis using the staining procedures. And you can we can have some modifications also, some automated or some new techniques in this. uh, you can use here the fluorescently labeled primer, uh, and the products are analyzed with the gel dock system or the new laser technology, etc. So here differences in two samples are represented by the size differences of amplified fragments. Okay, then the size differences is the polymorphism. So the polymorphism term is referred for the size differences here. Okay, here the single base pair polymorphism can be detected. So this is the specificity or the accuracy of the method, that a single base pair polymorphism can be detected here. Okay, so as we have discussed that the very high quality DNA is not required, so it is easier to perform. This is highly polymorphic and evenly distributed throughout the genome. Satellites, the microsatellites are polymorphic and they are distributed throughout the genome. So the interpretation of the results from the this assay is quite simple, and again it can be automated. You can make it automated, and this allowing the multiple samples performing at the same time. So the multiplexing is also possible in this case. The good analytical resolution and high reproducibility. The resolution is good, the results are very much easier to see, and the reproducibility is better than the other assays or other techniques of the molecule markers, because it is PCR based, so it will give the good results. Then uh, so this was about the microsatellites. So the applications of the microsatellites, with the same applications you can also apply here. Okay, so we can say that the microsatellites consist of codominance of alleles are required, low quantities of the DNA templates. So where in case the sample is very less, okay, say for example the cell culture, you are doing the microbial cell culture or the animal cell culture specifically. So in the animal cell culture you do not have as much cells as in other cases. Okay, so you can utilize this technique here because your sample is low. So if you are using the other techniques, you may have some errors, or you are not uh, able to do the experiment in such low quantities of the DNA templates. So you have to amplify the DNA samples there. So because it is the PCR based method, so you do not need not worry about the quantities of the DNA templates, because it can amplify the DNA templates itself. Again, in the other experiments or in the other molecular methods, the the reproducibility is matters, because in any slight change or in the, if you are using the different primers, if you are using the different samples, different conditions like the enzymes, so the results may vary slightly. Okay, so reproducibility is very good here, and it is again economical in nature. So in the laboratories or in the labs which do not have so much of funds and so much the infrastructure, can utilize this application, because the instruments are very easy. You need only one PCR machine, which is not very costly, and detection system which can be radioactive, sorry, X-ray radiography. Okay, auto radiography you can utilize. If you have the GelDoc system, then you can use the fluorescent uh, probes also. But of course, you can the lab which do not have the so much of resources can perform this experiment or this assay or this method very easily. And the labs which have the resources can modify this system into the automated system. In the automated system, the multiple samples can be performed at the same time. So multiplexing is possible here. Okay, so the screening of microsatellite variation can be automated. And so the demerits are also there. What are the demerits? Because it is PCR based method, so you have to have the knowledge about the prior knowledge about the sequence of the DNA, because you have to create the primers for that. So the sufficient primer sequences, if not available, you have to first know your sequence, and then you have to design your primers. Okay, here again, if the primer annealing is difficult, or some changes in the TM value if you are changing, so if primers are do not anneal properly, errors can occur. So you have to take care about the primer annealing, proper primer annealing. You have to take care about the TM values of your primers and your samples. Okay, so that's fine. That was all about the SSLP. So hope you are satisfied with this tutorial session. If you have any query or doubt, you can write in the comment box. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.